Hello guys, it's Rosa Heart. Well, there's nothing in our heart, just the woods. Jack and Jill returned to the town to listen for any information regarding Mother and Arthur or anything happened in the palace. I forced myself to focus only on learning how to use magic as fast as I can. Today, Watson is continuing his lesson on barriers. He's been teaching me the same spell for past a week, affirming my patience. Let's review the type of barriers I've been trying to teach you. Do you remember them? One shields you from harm, while the other defends the spell back the caster. Powerful spells cannot be defended. That's why you need to be able to tell which spell can be reflected and which cannot. Otherwise, you'll end up using the wrong barrier. A single mistake can cost you your life. How do I know what barrier I must use? Allow me to demonstrate. You see, cast my spells many times, so you should be able to tell the difference between them. But for now, let me think it as a game. Just take a guess. Who knows? You might actually get the right answer. I'll give you a nice treat if you do. A treat? He always did like treating me in town. It's special this time. I wonder if this is just like those other sweets he treated me before. I'll snap his finger again, but vague purple lights appear around him. It fades at first, but slowly becomes brighter as he moves his hand. Unusually, the effect of Watson magic are but this spell is taking long to cast. Is it a strong magic? I remember Watson telling me before that it takes a lot of energy to cast a strong barrier. Does that apply to event spells as well? Question time. What barrier should you use? I want to get this one right. And actually okay. I don't think I should use a defect spell because he took a while. So shield? The slow casting time makes sure this time like a powerful spell. A power spell cannot be deflected. Surely this is the right answer. Is that your final answer? My confession is thrown by Hura and Engine. Rose, in the middle of battle, you won't have the limited time to think about your decision. I look at him and nod. I should be the right answer. This is correct. Now prepare your shield. I've never shielded myself from a powerful spell. What if my barrier breaks? Trust in yourself, Rose. I do as instructed, strength out my hands to cast a barrier to shield myself. Here I go. My hands shake as Watson's spell claps with my barrier. I plant my feet to hold myself upright. Such a strong spell. When the light disappears, I look up hesitantly before smiling. When I see the barrier is still in one piece. I did it. Well done, little star. My eyes are the barrier and my heart sinks when I notice the new crack in its surface. My barrier. Don't sleep, Rose. Even the strongest barrier will eventually crack after being hit with a powerful spell. This is when you set up your new barrier. Your parent will usually make the mistake of assuming you have the same shield up and attack you with a weaker spell to break the barrier. You can be ready for them with a new barrier. I nod. I'm impressed at how fast you're learning you are. I have a good teacher. I think you just got a good student. So, when will you teach me offense spells? I don't think you'll need to learn those quite yet. The witch we're up against will probably stick... Sorry. The witch we're up against will probably stick to office, which means protecting yourself will be even more fun than trying to attack them. I told everyone that I would fight, and I meant it. I need to hurt someone to save someone. I will do it. I look him in the eyes and my gaze unwavering. I still need to learn, even if it's just one office spell, Watson. What if I need to help you? I cannot do that by just casting barriers. I will not lose anyone else this time, Watson. I look at Watson. My heart aches at the sight of his frown. I do not want to lose you either. This is why I need to be strong as possible. I want to be able to protect you. Watson makes his way over to me. Just a few strings, and he pulls me into his arms. I will do what I can to save you from a repeat of what happened last time, Rose. But you won't lose me. Watson pulls back and looks at me, especially warm and gentle. Here is your first treat, as promised, huh? Watson bends down to place his lips on mine. It's in a soft kiss. It's short-lived kiss, but it's still enough to make me breathless. You are all red, Rose. That was your special treat? Disappointed? I quickly pressed my cheeks to his chest to keep him from seeing my tainted cheeks. Now, let's call it a day. You need to rest. Teach me an office spell first. Rose, we have practiced since morning, and it will be dark soon. You already know that your magic will take a toll on your body, especially when you still get accustomed to it. I shook my head at Watson, determined. Using my magic before did wear me out, but now I can handle more. What kind of berry would I be if I could not handle this much? Please, I beg you, Watson. He eventually sighs and rubs the back of his neck. Okay, just one spell. Thank you. He steps away from me. What I will teach you is a light spell. It is not for the faint heart. It will extreme pain on your enemies and also paralyze them. I nod as Watson continues to explain. Though I tried my best to shade the electric, I have only managed to speak at the end of the day. I collapsed on my bed. I could feel it saucing laying over me like a blanket. I could barely move my arms after trying the light spell over and over again. I need to learn that spell as soon as possible. I yawned and closed my eyes. Sleeping comes easy tonight. Rose? That voice. Come back to me, my sweet princess. No. You have no choice in this, little one. You will come back to me whether you like it or not. I will be waiting for you. I sit up in my bed, my heart pounding loudly in my chest and in my ears. A dream? I wipe unspeckled browns to my sweat of my forehead, and I calm myself down with stinging breath. No, I will never go back to you, Mother. I end up waking up later than usual, a reason of my practice from yesterday. When I step inside the restroom room, I see Jack and Jill speaking with Raphael, Delory, and Wilson. There's a different summons to the air. They all turn to me as I approach. Did something happen? Princess, the palace made an announcement today. They are issuing a high bounty on your head for murder and treason. What? It was very strange. What with the fact that they haven't even bothered to look for you since that day. Something must have happened that forced them to sternly act. Lauren soon gathers everyone in the room to say Jack's and Jill's dismissal. The only one who is not there is Anne, who is in town buying greens for the Martian's medicine. But Rose didn't kill anyone. Is there another way to convince them? Anne is in power now, and the people favor him. Now that everyone remembers who I am, they are once again frightened of me. No one would listen to you. They haven't seen how much you've changed. It's only they could understand your tremors. Then they might be more sympathetic. I look at Em in surprise and find myself smiling at her. Thank you for your kind words. I turn to everyone once again and frown. Once again, I am one putting everyone in danger. I am sorry. If any one of them get hurt, I will never forgive myself. Also takes my hand and squeezes it. The simple gin does wounds to calm my nerves. Don't be hard on yourself, Rose. We already told you we want to help you. We are in this together. He's right. I am not sure if there is much Rod, Ems, or I can do, but we will definitely support you till the end. Before I might have cared at her words, but now Anne has nothing to gain from her plan. Murray's right. We a family, and we will not abandon you. Anne and Em are both smiling at me warmly. Even Rod seems to have ghosts of a smile on his face. Thank you. I apologize for bringing this up, Karma, but is it possible to ask for reinforcements from Bergen? Bergen is one of our neighbor kingdoms. We have never had close titles, most because Bergen King tends to stay away from our personal and political affairs. Then they have always refused to engage in any sort of violent affairs. We all look at Kermit, who stands there looking stunned. After a few moments, he lets out an excellent sigh. You know what? You want me to ask the Kingdom Room for help? I remember Kermit mentioning before that he was a part of a noble family, but I didn't expect him to be from Bergen. What is he doing here, and how could he possibly ask for them help from a king? The king does not present in battles or skirmishes. It seems unlikely that he would approve his subjects. He wouldn't earn assistance, not even from his own son, asking him. Son, you mean? Karma crosses his arms and sighs. Well, I suppose there's no use of hiding anymore. Yes, I am the son of the King Karm of Bergen. Judging from the sudden quiet in the room, it seems that Curfew, DeLorean, Watson, and the Knights were the only ones that knew. You're the Lost Prince? The Lost Prince. Chen told me that the King Karm's oldest son has disappeared just a year ago. There were crises. My family never knew I had the fairy tale curse. I was forced to leave my own kingdom so that I could come here to break my curse. He came to actually break his curse. His eyes wandered slowly to me, but then he focused once more on the current subject. To answer your question, though, no, I do not believe that my father would send help. He hasn't heard from me since I've left a year ago. He would probably most likely think me some kind of imposter unless I showed up at the kingdom's doorstep. Even then, he would have too many questions, and we would never get the help we were seeking in time. It seems we can't rely on them for help then. We all turned to stare at Anne. The fine Lady Anne has suddenly appeared in the marshroom. What magic is this? Peace, guys.